Whether it be French, Italian, Indian, it's really just me on a plate. My name is Tariq and we are at Tariq here in Brooklyn, the Park Slope neighborhood. It's my third restaurant, first in Brooklyn, and it's essentially the coming together of all my experiences as a chef, being born and raised in London, living in France, trained as a French chef, a little stint in Italy, and also my ancestral background, which is part Indian too. I call it an American bistro, or a New-American Bistro rather, because I'm pulling from all those experiences and blending it into what I think is a great reflection of how we are as a society today, the demographic of Brooklyn, and our evolved culinary palates. I think my earliest inspiration has to be my grandmother and my mother, as a lot of immigrant families do. They bought their own cuisine and infused it with new surroundings in London. The pani puri, it's a little semolina crispy ball that traditionally has tamarind water and maybe some potatoes in it. Loved it growing up. Here we do a nice tartare using our Ora King salmon. I loved the idea of one day possibly owning a cafe, a bistro, something like that. I love the whole neighborhood vibe. With Tariq, it was something that was a lot more personal to me. These premises was an abandoned warehouse at the time. Myself and two friends spent the better part of a year and a half completely gut renovating the premises ourselves. We're very close to the park, we're very close to the Barclays Center, it's tree lined, and you know, now it's my home. At the core, we're a bistro. First and foremost, it's all about sourcing quality ingredients that afford us the least amount of environmental impact as far as how it's farmed, grown, processed. The clay oven chicken, with all intents and purposes, our signature dish. Pasture chicken from Pennsylvania. It gets marinated in yogurt for at least 24 to 48 hours. Then we cook it off in the tandoor oven, which runs anywhere between 700 to 900 degrees. So we get this gorgeous char and sear on the outside, but the inside stays moist. We pair that with our tamarind green curry and a aged basmati lemon risotto. The pomegranate panisse, very popular in the south of France. It resembles a very thick French fry, but it's made out of chickpeas. The chat, a combination of radish, pomegranates, a tamarind chili sauce, a cilantro chutney, and a raita. It's a concoction of all these flavors, textures. Our steak au poivre using the American Wagyu, where you pair the Japanese steer with an American steer, so you get that great combination of the beefiness from Black Angus steer and the buttery texture and flavor from the Japanese Wagyu. Our fries, we make them kind of English style, so they're slightly thicker. That with our delicious au poivre sauce using peppercorns from south of India. It's something that we have just introduced for the fall menu. We have the new lamb ragu that we do with our house-made cavatelli. We follow a Kashmiri style in braising our lamb and beef to create this deep, rich, intensely flavored ragu. Then we finish it with some hand-dipped ricotta cheese. I'm particularly fond of our bespoke wine menu that we do. We only work with natural wines, predominantly female wine producers, and also our craft cocktails, which we reach into our kitchen pantry and source some of the great spices that we have, which also elevates the classic cocktails that we do. I mean, we have a lot of regulars that live around here. I know a lot of my neighbors too. The pandemic certainly took its toll on the neighborhood a little bit. I was very, very grateful for the support from the community, because without them ordering, we wouldn't still be here. Now we're actually seeing a whole new group of people moving in. I mean, it's New York. It's always reinventing itself, you know, it doesn't sit still, and it's what keeps us young, I guess, or at least that's what we like to believe, no? I'm honored to be here. I feel like I get to do what I love, and with Tariq, I feel like I've really hit my stride now as a chef and as a restaurateur.